Hello, we are back. We are back with another installment of Vikki's Colorado finds and my solo bins finds. This is actually
much fun going by yourself, is it?
It's fine. It's not so much fun going on the weekends. So we recorded this Saturday, the same day that we recorded the last one that came out. But this haul is actually from last Monday. I went Monday morning by myself, and I actually think this haul is even better than the one that you guys already saw. So I've got some really cool pieces that I picked up when I went on Monday. And you got another selection of items that you got in Colorado. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? Mm-hmm. You look really cute. Let's jump in right now. What do you got? You start us off.
Okay, so actually, this is an old find. I know I didn't show it before, but I finally just got it listed. I think I probably had this for 6 months, guys. We all have that stuff we keep putting to the side because we can't figure out what it is or how to price it or whatever.
It's a hat.
Oh, she's so good. I don't know how I would ever do this without you. Anyway, I got this at the bins here in Las Vegas. However, it is a UNLV hat, but it's an old UNLV hat. This is like old script on an old hat. The inside of this is felt, and you can see that this is old canvas in the back here. I probably paid 25 cents for it at the bins. It is a snapback, but I would say this is probably like late 70s, early 80s would be the era. And some of the older sports hats, as you guys know, sell for quite a lot of money. I have it listed, just got it listed, but I listed it in I think the $300 or $400 range with best offer just because I can't find anything like it. I don't think it was a custom made jobby. I probably, it could have been, I suppose, but I don't think it was.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So yeah, I don't know. Any ideas, thoughts? I'm pretty secure in my dating of it. I just don't know about the pricing because there are some UNLV hats that have sold upwards of $300 that are like 80s and 90s hats. So I listed.
Are they like the stripe ones or
a couple or the stripe and then the 5-panel and the, certain hats that just go for a lot, but the big all over, when the pattern goes all the way through the back and everything, I don't know. So those are more 90s. Anyway, I don't know. Any UNLV fans out there? Let me know.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. First up for me, this isn't anything special. It's not vintage. It's probably within the last 10, 15 years or so. But it's a beer t-shirt, and I generally am able to sell them. This is super worn and faded. It's worn. It's got like the collars like all chewed up. But this is
chewed up collar ones.
Yeah, Dogfish Head. It's an IPA, but I got it because look at the awesome graphic. It says Johnny Cask. Johnny Cask.
That's a cool shirt. If that were smaller, I'd wear that.
Yeah, it's a really cool shirt, and it's like the old school Johnny Cash when he was like super, like kind of rockabilly. This is like what the rockabilly guys try to look like him with the hair and that shirt that he's wearing. So just a really cool shirt. I mean, I'll probably price this like at $48, but anywhere from $30 to $40 I should be able to get. And look at the back, it's got this cool little graphic right here. So I think this is a really cool shirt, and people who like that super faded destroyed look, this is a really cool shirt.
I would totally wear that if that were a little smaller. It's just too baggy because it would be like a layering shirt. All right, that's cool. So this is the kind of stuff that I don't always pick up, but again, this was at the bins. This was one of the bins in Colorado. I got 2 of these basically because for whatever reason, I don't know, right? Our brains are like this font of knowledge that is just a font of useful information sometimes, but useful and useless. I just somehow remembered that this brand, this name, Anna Griffin's, was a good brand for scrapbooking stuff. I don't remember why I knew that. Maybe I've sold it at some point, but I remember that, I should probably pick this up. So I picked up 2 of these. They're new in package, but they're these little Victorian style die cut floral things. They're mostly used for like people that do scrapbooking and crafting and that kind of thing. But they sell for $50 to $60. So I got 2 of them. 2 of them in the package, same thing.
That's awesome.
I listed them both for like 50 something, and then obviously I'll take offers, but I mean, I paid like, this is pretty heavy. I mean, it's not quite a pound, but I probably paid like $1 and change for each.
Outrageous. What are you, money bags?
I know.
All right. Whoa. Whoops. Okay, this was another reject from someone, but I saw the screen stars and immediately saw that it was vintage. And then when I looked at it, I was like, oh, sweet. know why somebody got rid of this. It's Jesus tee. It says River of Life. You got the cross there.
I feel like that's the name of a church.
It might be. But it's single stitch. Either
I've seen like around here maybe. That's all.
Late 80s, early 90s. It's nice big 2XL size. Really nice size. And it's pretty new. Like it doesn't look like it's been worn much, if at all. But you know, it's not like a super exciting graphic, but I should still be able to get $40 up with it.
I see. It's like one of those things. Like Katy can always get more money for things that may have the same thing or better listed, and I can't sell them for crap. I've picked up Jesus tees, let me tell you, because we all know Jesus tees are good based on Katy's finds and her sales. I probably have half a dozen Jesus tees listed that I can't give the hell away, no pun intended. And they're like some are vintage and some are not. I cannot give them away.
Well, you can give them away to me. I'll allow it. You got any Dickies jackets?
Not this week. All right, so this was one of my finds. This is a bins find. It's the brand is Vikki Vaughn.
Ooh, Vikki Vaughn.
Spelled incorrectly, clearly, but you can see the paper tag is still on this. This dress. I'm gonna say I believe this to be 1940s, might be even early 50s. It's really, really sweet. If this were bigger, God, I mean, it's great. But it's just
pattern,
a cool colored pattern shirt dress. Buttons up the front. It's got like ruched gathering around the waistline. These little black shiny buttons, and it buttons all the way down, and then it has a bit of a fuller skirt. Now this I'm not going to wash. It doesn't need to be washed, but I will probably steam it in the dryer to get some of the wrinkles out. I may in fact even just like douse it wet to do that. These wrinkles have been here for quite a while. I don't know where it was balled up before it hit the bins, but it's pretty wrinkly, and I can't sell it like this. But it is a pleated skirt, and I am not ironing pleats, guys. It ain't happening. But because it's a 40s, I'd say late 40s, early 50s is my guess on this. I do think I can get about $150 for this.
It's a really cool dress. If I saw somebody wearing that dress now, I would think it looked awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
I love the color. All right, next up, this is a vintage sweatshirt on the jerseys tag. This is the 80s jersey tag. And it's super yellowed. It needs to be washed. It needs to be bleached. And this was a reject, but I always do well with my sailing stuff. And it's got a nice big boat on it. This is Wildwood Crest. I don't know where the heck Wildwood Crest is, but when I list it, I will look that up and make sure I include
someone's
it.
going to tell you in the comments.
And I'm sure someone's going to tell me in the comments where my sailing people at.
They always do.
But yeah, it's really cool. It's got the puffy stuff, but it's pretty yellowed, but that should come clean in the wash. It doesn't have any like specific, well, there's a little bit of a stain there, but hopefully, yeah,
it feels
bleaching
like
it'll be fine.
Actually, unfortunately, you're going to have to bleach it, but
yeah, that's all right. It'll be fine. But anyway, somebody had rejected that, but I should be able to get $40-50 for it if I can clean it up and get it nice and white.
I think you will. Katy likes this one. I did show her this. So this is vintage, 1970s, Montgomery Ward. It is a size large, and it is an acrylic. It actually feels like wool, but it is a large grandpa cardigan sweater with like the big shawl collar you can see here. And then it has these big buttons, which I'm shocked are not, they're big wooden buttons. I'm shocked they're not the leather braided ones for this era, which would have been more popular. And then it's got these little pockets down the front, 2 pockets. So it's big and it's long. A man or a woman could wear this.
I love it.
Big oversized grandpa cardigan. I'll probably list it for like $125. I love it. Yeah, it's a good one. That was a bins find. It is heavy, so I probably paid about $5 for it based on weight.
All right, next up is this hideous.
It's
hideous. It's awful. It's horrible. This jacket, this sports coat, this blazer. Look at this pattern, you guys. Look at how amazing this pattern is. You know, we do the Roper Romp in October, and I'm just thinking...
price that high and wear it.
This is definitely, like, I know, this is a Mr. Roper. What was his first name in the show?
Stanley.
This is a Stanley.
Stanley!
Definitely Stanley. But I got, shut your yaps! Don't make me shut up for you!
Right, tough girl.
Hey!
The dogs are talking back. Now it's a problem.
Anyway, this was pretty yellowed and it was really stinky, but like we said in our last video, with polyester, you can generally wash it, even though it probably was like said somewhere, used to say somewhere dry clean only. The only issue, as Vikki taught me, is that the lining is acetate.
Correct.
Which is very prone to shrinkage. much like George Costanza when he goes swimming. But
it's very prone to shrinking and heavily wrinkling. Now,
yeah.
This is not too bad. But if you ever have something that has this type of acetate lining, the problem with the shrinkage is that it's usually sewn into the, the edging of an item, and it can distort the way that something falls and hangs. So you don't want to machine dry it if you do wash it. You can machine wash it, but then you want to take it out, lay it flat, spread it flat, and like try to re-stretch the fibers of the acetate and flatten it out so it will dry in shape.
But it was so gross and yellow that I was like, I just gotta wash it. So I threw it in the wash, washed it cold, and then hung it up. And honestly, it's a little bit wrinkly on the inside, but it doesn't look like it's
fantastic.
Yeah, I totally cleaned that right up.
I think you should do Stanley Roper.
All right, I'll do it.
I think we should have you be Roper, Mr. Roper, and we'll get you your side part your hair, or get your little goofy gray wig that he uses.
Yeah, I should have like a gray wig.
And
just prices super high.
The kerchief on the necktie.
Oh yes, yes. All right, you're next.
Anyway, what are you going to list it for?
Well, I'm probably going to list it high, so I'll probably list it for like 150 or something.
You may sell it at 150. I would list it
at
like
for 200.
250,
200.
so nobody buys it.
If somebody buys it for 200, I don't care. I don't need it.
Right. All right, so I did pay up a little bit for these. I did pay $22 for these at an actual Goodwill in Colorado. But guys, look what they are. I don't know if you can see inside, but can we see inside?
What's it say?
Freebird. There you go. You guys can see.
I don't know what that means.
These are Freebird boots. So they're a smaller size. They're like a 6.5 or a 7. But I can get probably about 125 for these. So I don't usually find Freebird in the wild. They did have them priced a little high, but honestly, I'm not sure that they knew. This particular Goodwill had like normal price boots priced that high. So
weird.
I think they just
just like more boots.
$20.99. So I paid $21.
Wow. All right, next up, if your name is Troy, you're going to love this.
If not, you might want to change
You might
name.
like it too. Anyway, this is a jacket, and it's funny, I saw this, when I saw it at the bins, I could see this first, and I'm like, ooh, sweet, Obermeyer. So, vintage Obermeyer always sells well. I love finding Obermeyer ski jackets. It's you're always going to be able to make some good money, and so it says Obermeyer ski wear right on it. This is made in China, but this is still like probably 90s. But it does say Troy on the front of it. I don't care. And then I'll show those. Hold on.
I'm looking at it to see if there's a date on these.
You can't really quite see. It says, it doesn't have, I can't see the year. Unless, I mean, I don't know if that's a year right there.
It is 98.99.
There you go. So 90s. Anyway, the back is Trinity Pauling Skiing. I haven't looked this up yet, so I don't know what that is or where it is. And this does need to be washed. It's a little bit dirty, but that's okay.
And wash it right with the tags on it, by the way, because they sell it with the tags on it. People like ski tags.
Yeah, so it's a little worn and faded, but it's awesome. It's a little piece of history, and if your name is Troy, you'll be really cool. Or you can change your name as Troy, as Vikki said. But I'll probably list this for like $100.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is also one of my favorite finds. These were actually at the ARC store. I think I paid $8 for these, and they were worth every bit of the $8. But these are vintage 1960s women's shoes. They're yellow. They're a brand called. They were made for Kaufman's, made in Italy. Kaufman's in Pittsburgh. The brand is called. It's on the other shoe. Sorry, starts with an R, but it doesn't really matter. It's not about the brand. It's about the style. Look at these. Look at it. So these are, it's like it's lucite, which is a form of plastic. So these little lucite yellow and green and orange, like petals and flowers. And then these little like faux pearls. They're so cute. Very cute. These are, I think they're a size, probably a vintage size 6 or 7. I wish they were bigger because I would wear them. I love them. Cute. Love them. I don't know if I'm going to price them at. I'm probably going to price them high. Vintage shoes are a harder sell. They were made smaller, and people's feet and people in general have gotten bigger over the years. So it does go to a smaller audience. But I mean, I've got to price these at least 100. They're very different. I love them.
Love them. All right, next up, guys. This I was very excited to find. This is a Hanes tag, but you'll see this tag in late 90s, early 2000s. I would put this at late 90s. It does say assembled in Mexico, so there's a good chance that that's late 90s. But this is a super awesome Betty Boop sweatshirt. And it's, you know, it's nicely faded, but it's a super even fade, so it actually looks really, really awesome. It's a really cool racing sweatshirt with Betty Boop. Super cute, super cute. It says it's a large. So I felt very excited to find this because...
It's a good all-over fade.
Yep, it's a really, really good even fade. But I'd have to do some research on what Betty Boop stuff's going for right now and sweatshirts and stuff like that. But I'll probably list it for at least $100, if not more.
$100.
Yep, $100.
All right, so this was a bins find in Colorado. Not offhand looking at it super exciting because it's just a fanny pack or a waist pack or a hip pack or whatever the hell you want to call it now. They have changed over time, but it's the brand Eastpak, which has been making them since fanny packs first came out in the 80s. This, however, is not vintage. It is made by a company called Harris Tweed. So this is a tweed backpack. And Harris Tweed, these retail on the Harris Tweed website for about $200.
What?
Right? It's made with wool and they're plaid, and it's just a fanny pack. There's not a lot of them listed, but there are several sold. They specifically sell way more in the UK because it is from the UK. The company Harris Tweed is from the UK. So the fact that I'm here in the US may actually give me a good advantage. I think I can sell this for about $100, and I paid maybe $1.50 for it.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. All right, next up, I saw this tag and I was like, ooh, cool. Now, I know that Bob Mackie stuff doesn't sell as well as it did once upon a time, but this is a Bob Mackie wearable art.
Because Bob Mackie went to QVC.
Yeah.
And that cheapened the price drastically.
So, Bob Mackie wearable art. This is in fantastic condition, and it's really cool looking. And Vicki, why don't you tell us what would be the keywords for this?
So this actually looks like a Native American print in the front, and this almost looks like a Native American necklace. I thought at first looking at it, it was a squash blossom necklace. It's similar to the style of a squash blossom as far as I would say that look that up just in case and see if that works. But it's definitely like a Native American necklace. That is the design. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
It's super cool. So I don't know what Bob Mackie stuff goes for. I'm
not
sure
for a ton. It's a cool design. I think you're going to sell that more on the design than the name.
Okay. So how much would you price this at?
I'd probably price it around 50 and sell it for like 30, 35.
Okay. So I'll price it 70. Sell it for 50.
Okay. If you can, great.
Go ahead.
Okay. So this was a bins find. I do believe I found this at the bins here right before I left for Colorado, and I didn't pay much for it. It's very lightweight. It's a silk. But it's current. It's made by Guess. But it is a beautiful A-line maxi dress that is in silk with the seashell pattern, seashells and really pearls. Cool. And it looks very 90s, kind of like Baroque, those Baroque style patterns for jackets and shirts and things. But it is current. It did retail in the Guess store for over $200.
Who's going to Guess and spending over $200 on anything?
Well, Guess retail is like pricey.
That's weird.
But I'm not going to get that. I mean, I might get $50 for it. I just really liked, I don't pick up all Guess, but I really liked the pattern and the quality on this. So I was going to pick it up regardless of who made it, honestly.
Yeah. All I'm saying is if you've got over $200 to blow on a new skirt, who's doing it at like Guess in the mall? It's weird. All right. I have two more things. When do you have?
I have three more.
Oh wait, I got three more. Okay, I've been picking up a lot of denim shirts lately. This is just an NFL brand one, but this is probably like Y2K. The NFL brand stuff doesn't usually sell as well, but the denim shirts, it's like really doesn't matter. It's the same as the ones, looks exactly the same as the ones that come on the Lee Sport shirts. This is a little bit dingy around the collar. I think some of it's fading, but some of it's discoloring. So I'll just treat that with the LAs. Totally awesome. Scrub it with a toothbrush and that should come out. But this is for Kansas City Chiefs. So, whoa. So maybe I'll sell this for like $50, $40. It's not going to sell for a ton. There's a lot of these out there. But it's a pretty cool shirt. So I'm always going to pick these up because the denim is selling well.
I have a feeling I might have shown this in one of our videos before. This was before I went to Colorado. If I did, I apologize.
You've got 400 pounds to choose from. What are you doing?
So much crap. I know I showed it to you, so sometimes when I show it to you, I think I may have shown it on a video.
I don't remember.
Anyway, this is a 1980s vintage basic editions, which is a Walmart brand, no big deal, but made in the USA. It is this big, huge faux. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on, it's dusty. Excuse me. It is a faux fur swing coat in this very soft, thick, like cheetah or leopard print. Swing coat just means that it has much more fabric in the back than it does in the front. And if you were to swing around, it has movement. That's all it means. It goes like knee length. It's not full length. And it has shoulder pads, and it's really, really thick and nicely made.
Quite fancy.
So even though it was a Walmart coat, it was probably $75 at Walmart back in the 80s. And I'm going to sell it for like $150. This was a bins find, but this was also, it's probably 4 or 5 pounds. So this did cost me close to $10.
Crazy, crazy. All right, I got 2 things left. Now this is a vintage, let's see, probably, what do you think, 90s?
Yeah, I've actually sold that brand.
So it says Kim Baker Design. It's got the US flag thing going on there. Made in the 90s. It does have, on the front, it's Imperial Palace, Las Vegas. Now, what's Imperial Palace?
Imperial Palace is a casino that has since closed.
Okay.
And it was a casino. It was the last casino that Elvis was performing at before he died. His residency was at the Hilton for the longest time, which is now the Westgate. But Imperial Palace was the last hotel that he performed at. It also used to have a vintage car museum that I visited in the early 2000s before it closed.
Do they ever have boxing matches there?
They may have.
Okay. Well, anyway, so this jacket is amazing.
That's my knowledge of not even looking anything up. So.
Oh, and so yeah, I'll definitely look some more stuff up. It's a little bit yellowed on the collar, but I think I should be able to get that out because this is just, I think, like polyester. But seriously, guys, so we got our American flag right there. But wait, there's more.
I
Look
feel like
at this.
The jacket that I sold by Kim Baker was also an American flag jacket, different style. But
well, and I don't. What flag is this? With
not the American flag.
With the circle of stars.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of like which iteration. Anyway, I'll have to look that up. But super awesome jacket in great condition, other than just the yellowing on the collar. But again, I can just spray the crap out of that, scrub it, throw the wash, and that should come clean.
I'd be afraid to throw that in the wash.
Why?
Because the red is going to bleed.
Maybe.
It is going to bleed.
Okay. Well, I'll figure it out, guys. I'll figure it out.
You can scrub it and rinse it just like itself.
I still love it. I love it. I love it. I'll price it high. I don't know. Go ahead.
All right. So this was a bins find in Colorado. So this is a vintage 1970s dress. It is all polyester and nylon. It has the full skirt, and the top, it has like, it's just like a sheath dress or like, sleeveless dress there. But what's on top of it is this lace kind of capelet. It gives it a little bit of a bat wing. It's very pretty. This would have been like, a woman would have worn this out on a date in the 70s or the 60s. This even would have been a very conservative prom dress or like homecoming dress type of thing. It's really pretty. I like it. It's probably a larger size. Yeah, it's a 12 and a half, which is just a woman's medium now pretty much, but it's not super small. I just thought it was very cute. So I probably paid $2 for it. This is a staple bread and butter item that'll sell for like 50-ish.
Very nice. Very nice. You still have more?
I have one more.
Okay. I also have one more. This is probably the best thing I found all week as far as value goes. This is a vintage polo Ralph Lauren leather bomber jacket, but it's like the lambskin,
butter,
crazy soft, like butter. It feels so nice. It is so soft. Nice heavy leather jacket. It is just beautiful. Beautiful jacket. Beautiful jacket. The only little issue, it does need to be, I think I just need to take like a leather cleaner over. It's got a couple of little schmutz spots on it. And then the only like real issue is, so you see back here, it's got the button with the little, this right here. This side, the button is gone, but we are in luck, guys. What's going on back there? Settle down.
I kicked something.
Settle down. This is my show. Nice. My part of the show.
My show. See that Freudian slip right there? This is my show.
Anyway, well, I'm trying to show my stuff, and you're back there rattling around. Anyway, there's an extra button inside here, so I'm going to be able to take that button off and put it back on the back, which should make it just fine. I haven't looked up comps for these leather jackets, but what What would you stop looking at that for a second? What would you price this at?
Probably 300.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's so freaking soft, you guys. So soft. So, how's that for a bins find?
That's a good bins find.
Yeah. You need some help over there?
No. I was trying to figure out where the tie went. Never mind.
So I'll show my best piece. And this one over here is all jacking around.
You were blocking the screen with most of it, so.
All right, so that's it. That was my favorite piece of the week, probably. Most valuable piece of the week. Show us your last piece of crap.
See how rude she is to me? This is how she talks to me all the day.
I actually really love this.
This is probably going to be my Roper Romp wear.
It's amazing.
I'm going to list this very high, but this I paid $10.99 for. This was not a bins find, but hello. This is an enormous caftan that zippers up the front. It is in bark cloth, which
ridiculous.
Super heavy, thick bark cloth. Your screen is not playing games with you. It is super bright. This pattern actually reminds me of like Sally from like Nightmare Before Christmas.
But it's so crazy because it's like kind of houndstooth, but then it's like kind of this weird abstract houndstooth.
Yeah. So it zips up the front, and it is this just basically this huge boxy caftan that you see here. However, it has a tie, and there are loops in the back that you would use to tie the back so you can cinch around your waist. So you have these big, huge sleeves, but you could have some definition of a waist so you're not looking like you're just wearing a box like some muumuus are. So it's pretty cool. It's a great pattern.
Freaking amazing.
Great colors. I'm going to wear this for my Mrs. Roper outfit. Every year I thrift a new one.
Is it going to go with my jacket?
I'm pretty sure we don't need to coordinate. We're trying to coordinate for the prom.
Yes, that's true.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see.
She's very stubborn.
No, we found something we agreed on. It's
true.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. That is it. I think this is going to be. We're going to have another video later in the week, so we'll come up with something. We're going to be in Phoenix. Maybe we'll do a little Phoenix video. I don't know. We're going to be in Phoenix.
A little Phoenix video. Maybe a little something from eBay Open.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe we'll hit a thrift store or something like that in Phoenix. You never know. We might have a little bit of time. It could happen. You don't know.
I'm only going to be there for 48 hours.